Yo. What up, though? Friends and Family Podcast is here, giving you that good energy. I hope your day's been blessed. It's been a success so far. Whatever you've been getting into, it's involved a lot of good times, making good memories with your people. We here, squad's here. What up, though? What's good with y'all? Y'all good?
I'm good.
Vibing, my boy. You know, we living life. You know, every day. You know, it's a new day.
Apparently, I be having struggles no matter where the hell I'm at in this place with these goddamn microphones, bro. God dang.
We good?
Can't seem to get right.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we proceed, give you what you need and some of the shit you don't need. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Listen.
A lot of shit you don't need.
Listen. I need you to do me a huge favor. If you are a follower of ours, you know that we've been trying to grow our platform. And we take that very seriously here because what is the point of us showing up to record, spending our hard-earned bread on equipment and all of this stuff if we don't get any feedback? So as a fan, as a loyal follower, please go over to the YouTube channel. When you find it, just search in your YouTube tab, Friends and Family Podcast. Spell it out. I know it's long.
The link is also in our bio
in the link
on
tree.
Instagram,
Yes.
in the link tree.
What she said. So what I want you to do is go over there, hit the like on one of the episodes when you watch it, because we're giving you all this flavor, all this sauce.
Y'all see the studio. Y'all see.
This shit ain't
Y'all
cheap.
See it. Nah.
You feel me? So go over there, hit that button that says follow. Subscribe, right? And then go to the notification bell and tap that too. So whenever we drop a new episode, you'll be one of the first people that's clued into what we got going on.
Every Wednesday.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Right? And if you're still just like a podcast, like you're a road trip podcast listener, or you like to listen to your podcast in the car, we got you covered. Apple, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Yeah. Friends and Family Podcast. You can't go wrong. All you got to do is go in your little app that says podcast and hit that button. All right? Follow along and you get a fresh episode every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. You dig?
Yeah, did.
Meantime, in between time, Julia, how are you?
I'm doing really well.
I know you came back with a whole different look. You were
know. I've been...
It's giving light-skinned Erykah Badu.
Tapping into myself, you know. Being happy again.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been so good. Life is amazing.
Nice.
Can't complain.
Where you going? Why are you down there, sir? Sir, she likes women, sir. Sir. Sorry, I had to make
my mouth is up here. Okay?
We got something in common.
She said my mouth is up here. I'm done. All right, so I'm leaving. I don't want to have
said, let's get these topics out of the way.
You know what? Explain.
All right. Everyone's ready for the first topic?
Yes.
Guys, this one I'm so excited for. Excited. So
please share.
Is there a difference between being sexy and having no class? Dame, you can
elaborate.
Take the wheel on this one.
I love how you put mine first. You know what? I'm not gonna shy away from it. Okay. So I've given a lot of thought to this, right? And initially when I suggested this as a talking point, one of the fears I had was that I was going to be put in the box as someone who is misogynistic or insecure, or I'm trying to find reasons and rhymes to control how women dress, or I'm trying to sway the narrative. But really what my conversation is going to be about is, have we lost our way as a culture, as Black people, right? Because what we deem as class and what we deem as fun, we've blurred the lines with the two, right? And we have the whole Keke Palmer situation. We have Tracee Ellis Ross at 51 or whatever, 50, posting a picture topless with her hands covering her boobs. Janelle Monáe, every chance she gets, she's showing titties. I get it.
I love that. Her boobs are amazing, by the way.
Which would make sense if it was her partner, whether it was a man or a woman or a person who identifies as a fucking tomato. I don't care, right? The point I'm trying to make is we've come to a point where everyone has become so widely accepting of the pendulum swinging to these extremes that as black people, all we identify as to people who are not black is ghetto. And I've said this before. We don't have any class left in our culture, right? Like there's no limit to what we will do and justify as fun, because holding someone accountable, you're triggering me, and we've come up with all these eloquent bullshit words to just suffice you being able to do any type of BS behavior
and get away with it.
That is beneath you, and then you get away with it because as a male, if I speak out, I'm controlling, I'm insecure, and I'm misogynistic. I am none of those things. And you don't get to categorically use those words as a way to be a scapegoat for classless and tasteless behavior. So my reasoning behind bringing this up was that I understand you want to have fun. There's a time and a place for fun. But when fun becomes the only thing that your culture, and as a black man myself, so this isn't about male or female, it's the concept of what's fun and where do you draw the line between you being distasteful and justifying it as fun and you just flat out having fun. I'm not telling you what to wear. You're gonna have to live with that. You want to go outside in a cover up with a one-piece bathing suit and disrespect your family, that's on you, right? I just posed the question, where are we going to draw the line? I'm not concerned with anybody's behavior. You want to justify your behavior? In my eyes, that shit's classless. There's nothing timeless about you exposing your private parts. Nothing. There's nothing sacred about you anymore if everybody has access to all of what you have to offer. So that's where I'm at. I don't want to talk about what's misogynistic. I don't want to talk about what's sexist or what's homophobic. I'm not. Where is our standard for class? Even when we had Uncle Luke and he was running around, shade them titties, pop. It was a niche market. So only a certain sect of our culture was doing that shit. City girl behavior has become standard operating procedure for women. And the dudes who can't get girls are in their comments. So pardon my soliloquy, but a part of the problem is us as men too, because we sit there and we clap and they just doing their thing. I need to see it, because you don't have access to women if you're not saying what women are saying. You're afraid. And I understand you're scared, because you operate in a space of scarcity when it comes to females. So in your mind, if I don't say yes to what she's doing, I'm not getting no pumps tonight. I'm not getting no play ever. But you see what that does for you as a man is other men who aren't cut from the same cloth that you're cut from will then look at you and say, damn, bro, I feel bad for you because you ain't got no standards. My father used to always say, you got to judge a man by his principles, right? What that means is whether you go with the crowd or you go against the crowd, as long as it's what you stand for, you're not betraying that to appease the crowd, you're okay. So I'm not questioning if you want to wear your bathing suit to the club and cover yourself up in a see-through piece of fishnet and call it an outfit. Do your thing. Remember that there's nothing sacred about you now. Every nigga has liked every picture. He's seen all you have to offer. So what are you going to do now? Right? I remember that the men that you want to date, when you talk about having the requirements and standards for these men, here's where you run into problems at. You expose yourself, right, at a cheap price for free on Instagram. Then you turn around and say you want a man with this and you want a man with that. But you're negating the fact that those men have standards, they have morals, and they have principles. So then we in tow become misogynistic because, well, it's easy to label us and say, well, you're the problem. That's a good 10 minutes. I think I'm about to.
What'd you think about that, E?
Ladies first. Ladies next, sorry.
Okay. So I see what you're saying. I
But
see it.
there's a but coming.
But
I hope it's nice.
No, it
I
is.
hope it's a nice butt.
My thing is just that as a woman, I recognize the movement in a sense, especially for Black women, because Black women are sexualized and like objectified and all that, right? And then you take Black women and it's even worse. And all the women we're talking about right now are Black. So let's talk about that. I recognize the movement of trying to detach our value from our body. Because when you say that, like, oh, I'm doing this, and this, and then, like, I can't get a man because these men have morals. What I hear is that the fact that, for example, Janelle Monáe with her amazing, beautiful, incredible boobs that I wish I had, is using that as an artistic, like, approach. Let's say she has no more value because her tits are out, when all men have their tits out all the time and no one talks about it. If I was straight, maybe I would love men tits and I would be so aroused when I saw them on the streets every single day. But I don't know, because I'm not. But the thing is, like,
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Y'all can never take me seriously.
No. I don't want to. I want to have a serious, enlightened conversation. And I know we're starting the pod heavy, right? But I think this is absolutely necessary. So please finish and then.
Yeah. So I just don't, because I do understand what you're saying. Everyone knows, we all know I'm a wholesome girl. You know, I understand it. I just don't feel like a woman's value and morals should be attached specifically to what they wear. Because if we take a real world city girl that has kids, for example, and she's like a city girl and a bad mother and blah blah, it's not the way that she dresses that's gonna categorize all of that. It's the way she acts. So it's what she's doing outside. It's the fact that she's outside all the time. It's the fact that her kids are with who knows who, where, doing what. It's all of that that's gonna make her a woman that has no morals, no values. That is whatever she is. It's not only the way that she dresses. So the thing that bothers me with this whole situation, that again, I see your point, is just that I feel like it's too tied to the outside when these women, I don't know any of them, I'm just making an assumption, but like these women have so much more to them that gives them value that is not the fact that they are wearing fishnet dresses or having their tits out or taking like sexy pictures, you know? So that's my point on that. And then when we talk about sexiness and classiness, then I do agree that as a culture in general, we don't know anymore where is that line between I want to be sexy, which is completely fine. Everyone wants to be sexy, men or women, everyone, and having class. So I do completely agree with that. Everything is blurred. Like, it's not because your whole entire body is outside that you're sexy. Like, what you have, every single other woman has, you know? So I do agree with that completely.
So let me ask you something then, real quick. I'm sorry, I know you didn't get to talk.
What do you think?
I was just wondering, so when we, well, I don't want to ask, I want to clarify. When I say standards and morals, anytime you start to talk about preference, people are going to get offended because you're eliminating a certain sect of society, right? Because not every woman is going to meet every man's standard for preference and what he wants in a woman. And women don't like rejection. They can't deal with it. We know that. So, and the same for some men. They just can't accept the fact that that woman, whatever romanticization they've made in their mind about that person, they're fixated on that. And, you know, if that person doesn't want them, then it's shame, insult, guilt, whatever other nasty thing you could say about them, you're going to start saying about them. But 10 minutes ago, before they told you no, they were the best thing since sliced bread. So when we speak of preference, the allocation has to be made for, hey, look, I understand that I don't meet your standards. It's cool, no problem. Right? And leave it at that. Male or female, leave it at that. The conversation, though, doesn't seem to be centered around that. It seems to be when you talk to women or you hear women speak in spaces, it's like, I don't need a man. Men ain't this and men ain't that. And as a man, right, I can only see how that impacts how men approach women now. And we're dealing with this hyper level of liberation and all of this talk of liberating women. And from what? The concept of you being oppressed is being used to an overture point where the standard for how y'all behave is out the window. And no one can say anything about accountability because you don't want to hear it. People get thrown into baskets and get called names they have no business being called. You can't say that someone is misogynistic for telling you, yo, I literally know what every part of you look like. There's no mystery to you. There's nothing to you that I can go, I can't wait to see that when we're alone, because it's all over the goddamn internet.
But that's what I'm saying. You're focusing on the fact that it's her body when, for example,
it is your body. No. Hold on, wait 1 second. Also, it's your body and it's your choice. So that's not even an argument that I want to make. However, there is this thing called consequence. You guys seem to all be negated of that. Whenever you do something, there's an equal and opposite reaction to the thing you've done. So if men are saying, we don't like that you dress like a hoe, but then you want to be treated like a queen, those two things have no business being in the same sentence. If you want to continue to dress like that, it's your body, it's your choice. One of the consequences of it being your body and your choice is that the men you want won't want you because they have standards. I don't understand the problem with this mathematical equation. If you do this and you do this, you will get this. It's like a scientific hypothesis statement. Why is it that it becomes problematic when a man says, I'm not going for that? All of a sudden, the name book comes out and you're the worst thing since God knows what.
I agree with that. I just feel like it's always the woman that is attacked when you're completely right. Like,
I'm not trying to attack anyone.
No, I'm not saying you're attacking. I'm talking about like the internet, because clearly, like, I mean, there's a conversation about everyone attacking. I'm talking about Keke Palmer, by the way. Everyone attacking her man, and then there's the scenario where everyone's attacking her. So both are being attacked right now. Right. There's no question about it. Mm-hmm. But historically, we can't deny men never had to go march on the fucking streets to have basic rights.
But we're so far from that now.
I know, but
you can't tie inappropriate behavior to women's rights. Those two things don't have anything to do with one another.
That's not the thing.
I think what she's trying to say is like if you see a guy, if you go on social media and you see a guy, like, for example, in his boxers and no shirt on, he's gonna get praised.
Exactly, because he has such a nice, like, Offset just
has a great body. He's six packed up.
Yeah.
You know, he might have something down there. No homo. Don't gonna go crazy for that, right?
Right.
Now you flip it. We have Tracy Ellis Ross cover her breasts. You got Keke Palmer wearing what she's wearing, and everybody's like, "Oh, this and that." So I get what you're saying, and this is how I want to say about it too. Like, right? No outfit makes a person. You make the outfit. So whether you're wearing whatever you're wearing, like, sometimes it could just be art, and sometimes it's like an expression that you want to show. Like, again, the outfit don't make you, you make the outfit. So in regards to Keke Palmer's outfit, and I used to be one of those people at first that be like, damn, like, I don't want my girl wearing that. But then I used to look back and I'll be like, shit, my girl looks good. You know, she works out, she worked hard for this body that she has, and she wants to show it off. It's not like she's showing it's not like her ass, her front, and her breast is out. It's covered. So it's just like if she was going to if we was going to the beach or something, like it'll be the same kind of outfit that she would wear. A lot of people are gonna say, okay, why would you wear that kind of outfit to go out to an event? I mean, if you really look at it, like the times have changed. Like the way we used to dress back in the days and the way we're dressing now is changed.
So let me ask you a question. So your standard, your okay. Let me give you a scenario and then tell me if you think I'm sexist for this. The other day I'm in my house, and every week we have a guy that comes and he sprays for maintenance outside, and there's a guy also that comes and washes his cars at the house. Right now, me and my lady are in a financially fortunate situation where we can afford to do something like that, and I thank God for that every day. At the moment, I was working. I'm in my office, I'm working. So she comes upstairs and she says, hey, the car guy just called from the gate, but I know you're on a call, so do you want me to let him in and tell him what you want done to the cars? I said, okay. Before I could say anything, she says, I can't go outside like this. She had on shorts and a sports bra. She went in her closet, found a t-shirt, threw on the t-shirt and went outside. Now, if I were to be in a position where I had to say something, I'd be like, hey, maybe can you put a shirt on over that instead of just going out there to see him?
I got a quick question before you go.
Wait, no, I just want to ask, do you believe that what would have happened if I would have had to make that statement is me being misogynistic or controlling or insecure?
So before you answer that question, what she had on, she works out. Is that something that she would have wore to the gym to go work at it?
No.
Oh, then you ain't. If she never said it, then I would have said it based off that. Because again, if it's not something that she's gonna go wear out on a regular basis, then yeah, well, why would you go outside and wear it? This is like inside clothes. So that's how I look at it.
Right, but why would it be that it's okay to be inside clothes, but then if she wants to go out, like let's stop talking in circles and talk directly about it. What Keke Palmer did as far as the outfit choice was wrong. I think it was in poor taste. At the end of the day, whether you're married to this man or you make more money than him, does not justify or qualify any of it. He made a poor decision as well to speak out. Unless he was home with you and y'all had a conversation and he felt like you were ignoring him and what he said held no ground. And I always tell y'all as men, you get signs from women when it comes to respect. And if she doesn't respect you, there's going to be no adherence to whatever you decide is going to be the way your family is going to move forward. Respect is bigger than anything else. And if you disrespect the person you're with publicly, you're allowing other people to publicly shame and disrespect and denigrate this person as well. But just remember that you laid down with this person and had a child. No one forced you to do that. So married or not, that is the father of your child. And before we all get like up in arms, because I know it's coming, you know, remember that y'all are not married, but y'all have a child together. And as far as we all knew, y'all were in a relationship before that happened, right? They were in an active, committed relationship. Whatever the terms and specifics of your relationship were, they were never discussed publicly. But what you've done is invited the public into your personal space by publicly having an issue with each other, right? And I think to go back to last week, this is where people come from with that. See, this is why I don't tell nobody about dating and who I'm with, and I'm not posting my partner, and it's just foolish. But it's in poor taste. I get it. What he did, he shouldn't have done. If we have a problem, I'm addressing it personally and privately. I'm not publicly, because I'm allowing people
in my business
carte blanche to say things to me that they would never have any business or any place saying anything to me about.
Mm-hmm. I think her outfit choice was completely 100% fine. I think the way she acted with Usher, I would not have been fine with that, but maybe it was acting. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. And I think he is extremely wrong for going on Twitter and saying that, because this whole situation wouldn't be happening if he didn't say that. And also, shaming her as a mother is so much deeper than just shaming her.
But that's a tactic, because how do you shame somebody when what they've done is it's purely out there? You can see it. You're a mom, though. Like, that's not That's not a shame tactic. That's a factual statement.
Dude,
like,
Offset,
we're gonna name this episode "You're a Mom Tho."
Yeah,
Offset has 7 kids, and he just posted a picture in like boxers and shirtless, and no one even
Because this is the problem I have with this whole thing. Men have inherently been sexualized from the beginning of time, right?
Not more than women, though.
To the point where now we're using the fact that women want to post naked, basically, in fishnets and a bathing suit and call it an outfit as justification for that barometer. We're saying, well, men have been posing in their underwear and, being sure. Never said that it was in taste either. That doesn't mean it's tasteful just because men are doing it. Like,
no, it's
that
not
doesn't
tasteful,
mean that
but
either.
it's not wrong. You know what I mean?
I don't think that as a woman, the standards are different for you. We're not the same. You're a man and I'm a woman. We are not the same.
And that's where the conversation comes from, because you as a man think we're not the same, when I understand there's like big differences, but there's things like the way, like this situation where I don't know why we shouldn't be the same. Like, if you can post a shirtless picture, why can I post a shirtless picture?
Because when you dissect it on a deeper level, if you're asking for equality, then it needs to be across the board. Y'all only want it when it serves the narrative and suits the conversation to move in a favorable direction for you and the argument you want to make. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to you, but that's complete bullshit.
I mean, I agree with that, because I'm not the type of person that wants what the other women don't want in equality. You know what I mean? Like, oh, pay for my bills, do that. But like, right. I do not want that. I want equality, but that's me, because my situation is different. So I do agree with what you're saying. As me, with the life I live, the person I am, I think that's just the thing, right? Every person has different perspectives, different lives, different opinions. Me, with my life choices, I equal myself to a man in so many ways that a lot of women might not. Maybe it's because I'm gay. I don't know. But so to me, that conversation is different. Maybe if Kat was here, like, she would have a completely different point of view. You know?
I mean, I understand. I don't want to drag my feet in the sand more than anybody else. I just think that, where do we draw the line when it comes to you being a lady as opposed to this newly extremist version of like sexual liberation for women? No one is saying that, like, yo, you can't, dress sexy, but what do you have to give a man that's solely going to be something where he can say, oh my God, no one else has seen this? We're so extreme with everything. Everything always has to go from one way to the complete opposite. And I find that to just be irritatingly irresponsible. Like, no one wants to step up and go, all right, hold on, y'all, that's enough.
I got a question. So, we've justified, I will never not say justified, but we spoke about Kiki, but I really want to hear more so about the Tracee Ellis Ross picture. Like, for me, I don't really know how to put it. Like, so I'm a man.
How old are you, English?
Huh?
How old are you?
32.
Okay. So Tracee Ellis Ross could have been your mother.
That's what I was about to say. So for me, I looked at it 2 different ways, because one, it was a woman and I liked the way she looked and I liked her body and I liked what she was, like, I like what she was doing. But at the same time, I look at it in the second aspect, as you said it, she could have died married with my mother. And then I thought back to, like, damn, what would I have done if I would have gone through my Instagram and I would have seen my mom doing that? So I posed that question and say, for me, I ain't with that. The Tracee Ellis one, I'm not with it. Like, I think you stepped out into a whole different ball field when you did that. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I don't want to be rude and to say, oh, you're at a certain age, so after a certain age you shouldn't be doing that stuff. But fuck, after a certain age you shouldn't be doing that shit. Like, don't get me wrong, you have a stunning body and you're at an age. A lot of people are like, oh, at this age you shouldn't be looking at whatever. You have a stunning body, Black African American, Black don't crack. We have so many other women that looks amazing at that age. But what is you showing your breast doing for you? Like, what kind of justification is it giving you? Like, I just want to understand, what was she trying to get at when taking that picture? Like the Keke Palmer situation, we can go back and forth with that, because like it's a good debate to have. But Tracy Ellis, I don't really see no debate in it. Like, I mean, I want to hear what y'all think about it, but me personally, I don't really see nothing that can justify to make me understand what you did was right, cool. Like, I don't know.
But that's because, again, we had that conversation where we talked about how men see age and see themselves in young men, and women don't see age or see themselves in other women. Mm-hmm. Women who are heterosexual see themselves as competition with other women. So even if Tracy's 50, she not gonna look at that and see that I'm 50 and I shouldn't be doing this. Mm-hmm. Because again, the age appropriate thing presents itself and blocks the conversation moving forward, because it's gonna be, hey, hold up, yeah, she's 50, so what? Like, don't use age as a reason to justify questioning her behavior. And it's like, well, if age is supposed to bring you wisdom and maturity, facts, and that is not a specifically sexual thing to men, women should go through the same thing, right? Like, we see this shit playing out on so many different levels, right? We have the women who are late 40s telling women you don't need no man, and some of these women that are telling y'all this are married to men, and then some of the other ones that are telling y'all can't seem to maintain a functioning, healthy relationship with any member of the opposite sex. Because what happens when their relationships fail? They don't ever take any accountability for the relationship not being successful. They go out into the world, portray themselves as victims. Women rally around them and don't tell them the truth. And so y'all live in one big cuckle fuck of just, she's lying to you, trying to let you down easy, and you're lying to her, trying to let her down easy. Whereas men, ask him, yo, dog, you on some bullshit. You was wrong. That's how we play. Now, I'm not saying that my choice of words may or may not change if I'm talking to a woman. Like, yeah, hey, maybe that decision wasn't, but I don't think with women, there's anybody to hold y'all accountable. The minute another woman says something, you're a pick me, or you must not like us, so go be over there with them. And the divide just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I think too, a lot of women, they're yes women instead of like keeping it real.
Well, no, because what women think is, if I tell you, yo, girl, that dress is a little too much, go back in there and find something with a little, oh, girl, you're a hater because my body looks better than you. And it's like, that's not the fuck. Like, y'all have the word hater itself too has just been worn into the fucking ground.
But you got to think too, like,
we have an answer and a justification for everything that's nasty and bad. And that's why I say we don't have any class left in our culture. Like, we talk about our culture. I'm not being racist when I say this. Kat is Spanish. She can identify as white. And she was the one that brought it up. That's scary as fuck. What? Like, let's just be real. When she said, is it within the confines of our culture that ghetto has become how we identify? There's a whole sect of this country, the middle of America, that thinks that all black people behave like Young Miami. Just so we're informed on that. Money is not the root of all evil anymore. Attention is. And if you're 50, covering your breasts up in a picture, that's just not it.
Yeah, that wasn't that funny.
Okay, I'm gonna say my opinion.
Please.
A long time ago, I don't know if I was watching like a documentary or I was reading an article, something. And it was about women, older women, talking about how they are still people and they're still women and they still have desires and needs and wants and blah, blah. And that, which is so basic and obvious, is just like, made something click to me. Like, oh, the moment you turn 50, 60, whatever, doesn't change who you are as a woman. Like, you are still a woman. And my mom is now 50, she's about to be 51, I think. And I always, like, every year I ask her, like, how do you feel in your mind? Because I'm so young, I don't have the concept of like being old yet, you know?
Right.
So I still feel like I'm freaking 17 sometimes. So I'm like, Mom, how do you feel? And she's like, well, in my head, I still feel like I'm 15, like not in a bad, immature way, but just like her mind she's still her, the same person she's always been. She's just older. And when that message clicked to me, I stopped like judging older women for what they do, because
you know how to
like they like whatever, you know, it's not because you're older that your body should now be covered in a burqa, or that you should be do whatever you want. Like, and also I might be saying this because Tracy is like one of my favorite people in the world. I love her, like I love her so much, but I just didn't feel any type of way about that picture. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, girl, you look so good. Like, I was so excited. And then when I heard you guys talk about it, I was like, ooh, I guess we have different opinions. But yeah, I just don't like putting older women on the spotlight, because I feel like for them, it's so easy to be like pushed out of the position of like a woman and being sexy and being attractive and being desirable, when they should have the right to be all that in whatever type of way that will like express itself for them. And I thought she looked good. I thought she probably took that picture and was like, damn, I look sexy at 52 or whatever age she is. And to me, to me personally, it doesn't go any deeper than that.
I don't think we're taken away from the fact that she looks good. Like, I mean, every day you go on social media, every day you go on the news, you watch news or whatever, they always saying, yo, look at these African American actresses, 50, 55, 60, still looking good. Lala, to this day, she still writes that 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds is in her DMs. So I don't think we're taken away from the fact that they look good. But from what you're saying, are you basically trying to say that if you're naked, that's when you look good, but if you're not naked, you don't look good?
Oh, no, not at all.
What she's saying is that if they're young in the mind.
No, not young in the mind. I just feel like even if you're not young in the mind,
you shouldn't
like,
be casted out or casted aside.
Like, I just feel like as...
But that's not our society. That's not how society works.
But not even that, right?
And that's an issue.
But I don't think it's an issue.
I don't think it's an issue because...
Who sets an example?
Is one...
Who do you... Wait, hold on.
How does you being naked make you sexy? Like, you can be sexy in so many different... No, I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I'm just saying to me, like, all right, boom. You're at an age now, you're like a role model to a lot of people. Like you just said, that's one of your favorite people. So now you look up to this lady. So now there's probably younger people that's younger than you that's probably looking up to this lady. They're looking up to her and saying, oh, okay, so me covering my breasts, like, it's acceptable.
Which it is.
In reality, I don't really think it's acceptable. Like, I'm sorry. I don't want to see my mom doing that. I don't want to, and I'm not, I hear what you're saying. You don't want to classify the ages. I get it. But, I mean...
And that's fine. Like, clearly we all have different opinions about this, which is why I was so excited to have this conversation. But that's just like, it just shows, to me, it just shows like the difference, so many differences, right? Between like age, generations, being a man and a woman, like being straight and not being straight. It's just like so many different things that like differentiate us.
Correct.
And that just make us have like completely different opinions. And guys, please share your opinions with us. Okay, what do you think about the Keke Palmer situation? Tracy Ellis Ross, Janelle Monáe, I love you if you're watching. But yeah, and also I do want to say something, because we are having this conversation that we kind of had like last week a little bit on FaceTime. But I think people should learn how to like have conversations and disagree or agree to disagree and not have a problem with it. Like, everyone's cool right now, right?
Right. Well, I think if you don't have respect for one another, or you're, I think, I think if your whole identity is based around a certain talking point as a person, instead of you having your own individualistic viewpoints on things, you take in what's being fed to you, and then you don't disassociate your person. Your personal internal character is made up of those types of points that society is glamorizing and glorifying. You're going to feel attacked when you have an informed conversation with someone who is taking in the information the same way you are, but they have a barometer for how much of it they say they identify with. And that could be in any space, not just about culture and our society. Politics as well, I think, is a big one. You see how many people stopped being friends when Trump became president because they didn't agree with people's
No, and also
viewpoints.
today, like, we have so many different social medias where it's our literal space that goes into the whole world.
It's an echo chamber. It becomes an echo chamber.
Yeah, we think that, like, because it's my Twitter, like, everything I say there is true and is a fact. And whatever and we are just getting more and more used to thinking that we're always right and the other person is always wrong, when we can have different opinions and views, and we're all different people.
Feelings are not facts.
No
matter how much you would like for it to be factual,
and opinions are not facts either. Like, what can be true for me is not true for Dame. What can be true for him is not for me. Like, that's just life, you know. So
I hold no ill content towards anybody that I do this with every week that we meet up. I appreciate the conversations, and I think that that needs to be said. You know, don't come for me and call me misogynist. You have no idea.
Please don't come for any of us.
At the end of the day, you're entitled to your opinion too.
Yeah.
Right.
This
it's
is
just
a safe
if you
space.
can't have an informed conversation with me, because this is an open platform for debate. If you can't have an informed conversation, don't talk to me from the space of your feelings. Men are guilty of that as well. And I think the one thing that I want to say is we're not going to be like a lot of other podcasts where we're bringing people into our space to shame them for the choices they've made. You will have to live with the consequences, and I don't have to use facts, history, or numbers. At a certain point, it just starts to reveal itself.
Yeah.
So let's
next topic.
I think we beat that one into the ground.
Oh yeah.
That's so sad.
Oh yeah.
All right, next topic. Joan is awful.
So I was at
what a talking point, man.
I was at my homeboy house. Was watching this show. Shout out my homie Courtney. And I was watching Black Mirror. If you haven't watched it on Netflix yet, go ahead and check it out. So I actually watched the sixth season, the first episode, and it was called Joan is Awful. So long story short, basically what happened was everything that happened that day when she came home, it was on Netflix for the whole world to see. So I brought the topic up to say, if your day was gonna be broadcasted live on television for the whole world to see, would you be okay with what happened? Would you be okay with what the people saw you did in your life?
I think it's an interesting talking point because it also ties back into your choices, right? And then how your choices, if you saw your behavior coming directly from you and the world got to see it, right? And you didn't put it out, someone else did. Like, you didn't know that these people were following you and they have access to every single piece of everything you've done all day. Would you be able to sit there and watch it and not be like cringing at yourself
and
for
choices? Especially if you had like a significant other as well.
Right.
Would you sit down with your lady or your man or whatever
and watch your whole day? Oh, this is what I did at this time. And then what you're saying you did, if it played back, it would actually be
right there.
What you said and what you did, you would actually be able to stand on that.
And then do you feel like if the world ran like that, it would be a better place, or would it be a worse place?
I think it would be a better place for sure, because people would be on their best behavior. That's the first thing I thought when you talked about it. I was like, oh, well, the world would be so much better.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Why? I think so.
I think there would be so many like...
You think debauchery would take over?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Like, I just feel like it would be so much stuff that would be pulling people away. Like, it'd be the devil calling you like, yo, come here. Come do this. Like this is what you want to do. You're just not doing it because you know that somebody's following you, kind of thing. Like I really feel like people will really just be like, listen, this is what I want to do. This is how I have fun. Let's do it.
I think real quick, I want to say, people behave how they behave based on outward approval and some internal level of confidence, whether it's false or not, right? And people who are self-aware and are of sound moral character are going to always govern themselves in a way where you're always going to exemplify something that others can look up to. You choosing to not look up to that or admire that or adhere to what they're doing and say, maybe I need to emulate some of that in my own life, is going to lead to a life full of whatever choices you make, you'll have to live out those consequences. I'm a firm believer in that mathematical equation. Like the first time that was ever told to me, I was 14 years old, and it's been in my mind ever since. You make a choice, you add action, and you have to live with the outcome. And when my father said that to me, I was stunned. And I don't know why, but it clicked in my mind instantly, and I understand it. And I think some of, like, to go to like what you're saying, I don't think people would be like, oh, I could behave in an extreme manner and not have to live with the consequences. That's literally where we are right now. Like anytime you bring up anything of consequence and you're holding someone accountable and they can't take it, they run to these words. I'm triggered. You're bullying me. You're being if you're a man, you're being misogynistic, you know? So I think if you were to be in a Black Mirror episode, then you could see your life and see where you went wrong. I don't think you would look at that and go, I need to change.
I would be okay with it. Like with my significant other, I would be completely fine with it. With like my parents, it would just be different because I feel like they don't have to see certain things.
But that's the thing. Whatever you did that day,
they gonna see it.
They're gonna see it.
There's certain things they should not be watching. But in like talking about my morals and values and how I act, I would be completely fine with it. Like
me too.
100%. I have literally nothing to hide.
Absolutely.
Or nothing. I would be, of course it's like I'm uncomfortable, you know. It's like there's if we ever talk about privacy, like that moment there's literally no more privacy.
What's up?
So I'm sure it would feel invasive in some type of way, but it like
feel absolutely 100% intrusive.
Yeah, intrusive. Yeah, but I just don't want my parents to watch.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. The parent thing is like, that's the crazy shit.
I mean,
like it's never gonna operate. It's like, all right, cool, but your parents?
Nah.
I would say I would have to draw the line at like my mom or my dad.
How would you draw it?
I don't know, bruh. Maybe just
break their
not
TV every day.
You know, maybe just not do that. If they're gonna be there, just abstain from that part of my life, I guess. I don't know.
And what really like opened my eyes about it is because you know how sometimes when you download a new app or something, it'll always say like the terms and conditions.
Right.
I think what they was trying to bring up, it was like in a certain time it's gonna be the AI shit is gonna take over.
Yeah.
And they basically saying like this could happen to us because if you really think about it, whether or not you read the terms and conditions and you agree or you
yes
disagree,
or no,
you can't go past it unless you hit agree.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, like you've done sold all your rights for because basically what's going on in the show is like, all right, for example, you're a main character, but Dame's playing you. Mm-hmm. So whatever you did in your life is gonna show to Dame. So when she realized that, she's like, okay, cool. So she went in a church and she did a doodle in the church in the middle of like a wedding ceremony, and then Dame was playing you. He did it, but you could tell in his face he didn't want to do it, but because he was acting as you, he had to do it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I say that to say like sometimes you could be doing some shit that you don't want to do, or you do want like you could be doing some things that you shouldn't be doing, and you know you should have been doing, but
you have to.
Like you have to do it, kind of thing. So it's like,
I think you're not robbed of your choices though in real life, you know.
Right now you're not, but who knows later on down the line if the AI thing comes into full force, everything that we've done, said, agreed to.
I think we have to watch the episode to get the full concept. But
yeah, it could come back. Like I definitely say to watch it because it's definitely that episode is for sure because it's every episode is different. It's something totally different.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say that episode, definitely take a look at it because like that shit made me open my eyes. Like damn, like all these things I be signing, Netflix and all that stuff.
Yeah, everything has terms.
5 to 10 years from now, we done signed our life away. We never knew we signed it away like back in the day, and now we seeing some crazy shit happening to us. It's like, damn, we really gotta.
That's why I always say to myself too, like, this is one that's personal. I say, you know, if I had to do a documentary on my life, would I be able to sit there and not be triggered by my own behavior?
Oh,
like really, and that's something that has become very, very like present in my mind and consistent, and so it's made me behave in ways that I think are more conducive to having a life that's got more success in it than anything else in the past. More not positives. Being, you know, and more positives, of course, and not just being present as well, like fully engaged in what I'm doing when I'm doing it and not like
half-assing,
sucked into my phone halfway doing it, or just I'm there but I'm not really there and I'm kind of just, you know, hemming and hawing. You know, I've become very much aware of the importance of the now, speed and execution, and the quality at which you do things as well. So that's become like a real important thing for me. Like my lessons that I've taken away from my own missteps is I always say like, yo, if the camera crew was here, would there be people in the camera crew going, bro, this man sabotaging his own life. What kind of behavior is this? Bro. You know what I'm saying? They'd be looking at you like, great shot.
Yeah, but then you can also look back at it and be like, you could look back at it and be like, damn, like I wasn't taught that before. And now that I'm at an age, I know that was bad.
Right, but okay, so you see that? Wait, I want to say something. You see that? Because this has been present in my mind and I couldn't tie it all together. When we talk about lessons and we're talking about an older woman, I know I keep going back to it, but I just...
Not facts.
It's a stickler for me. Who sets the example for the younger generation if the 50-year-old women are still topless on the internet?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who you gonna look to for some sort of style and grace? You know what I'm saying?
My mother is not topless on the internet. Yeah, Mommy, I love you.
Okay, but all right, that's another thing. Your mom and Tracy Ellis Ross are the same age. Would you be okay with your mom doing that?
Honestly, I don't like. I wouldn't not be okay in the sense that like
ain't no way.
Of course,
ain't no way.
Shit.
No, wait, listen.
Okay.
Like, of course, she's my mother. Yeah. I came out of her womb.
Right. So you want to see your mommy's boobies partially just with a
like my thing is and this is like going a little bit off topic, but like this is something I learned that I remind myself of every single day because like family is crazy. Parents are still people. Like before my mom is my mom, she is her own person. So of course it would like bother me in the sense that it's like cringy to see your parent in those types of situations. But I would remind myself like, oh, this woman is a woman, so like she's allowed to do
whatever she wants.
Like if she thinks that's cute, like.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. Since we're on this topic, would you be okay with since you're saying that your mom's a woman and all that, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, so you'll be okay with your mom putting out a porno video?
Because it's the same thing. It's softcore porn. It's softcore adult content.
That's so much more intense.
But it's the same.
Like I would be worried that she is going a little bit nuts, but
why is she going nuts?
Like it's okay to right here, but not her. So what you're saying is
because of who she is.
Say this was the sliding scale. This is okay, but this is extreme. Is what you're saying?
I don't think that the picture that Tracy put out is any type of sex work. You know what I mean? I don't.
Okay, but if you had a 12-year-old, if you had a 10-year-old son and you walked in and he was beating his meat to that picture, what would you do then?
I would be like, yo, Lock your door. Like,
Okay.
Door.
There it is. Lock the door. All right. Wow.
Yo. What?
Holy shit. Okay.
no, I mean, what?
Again.
No.
Again.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to tell my kid to not jerk off?
No.
He's 12 years old.
No, that's not the point.
You never touch your dick before you were 12.
Wait, we're going down.
you
Guys.
never masturbated before you were 12.
Hold on.
Tell me, look,
Julia.
guys.
First of all,
Julia.
since we're on this topic,
English, Julia.
real quick,
Guys.
Let him talk his shit.
if you want me to answer that, I have never when I was between 12 and younger, I never. The only time I touched it was to wash.
Listen, if you're exposed to sexual content, we know scientifically what that does to you when you get older. If the earlier in your life you're being exposed to sexual liberation, or you're being, God forbid, essayed or R-word by someone at an early age, it traumatizes the shit out of you.
It does.
Okay. So I can only imagine what that would look like if you're 10, 11 years old and you're on the internet and your friend's like, bro, look at this. Like, well, there's a part of you that has to be like, I'm not supposed to be able to see this.
I mean, when I was 9 or 10, a guy at school, he was probably being essayed by someone because he was crazy. Like, under the table, he would be like, hey, look. And he would just be like touching himself. It was crazy.
Okay.
And
How did we get here?
But it was crazy. And he told us to go on like whatever channel it was and watch like the thing.
He was being exposed, and I'm sure he has some form of hypersexual behavior.
So I went there and I watched it, and I was so traumatized. I was so traumatized. I told my mom it couldn't leave my mind, So one day it just came to my mom. I was like, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I will never have sex in my life. Like, I can't do that. It's so horrible.
There you go.
Like, it's so horrible.
And so if you speak from that space, then how do you not be like, okay, we got to draw the line somewhere? I'm just saying we don't have no decency left. So him talking about Black Mirror, which is where we really were, it was just like, yo, if your life and your behavior was being played back out to you and there was nothing you could do, you can't edit, stop, rewind, cut this part, take this out. I bet you would do certain things.
Niggas' lives would be crazy.
You wouldn't do certain things because it's for the world to see, not just you. Mm-hmm. You not. The way we're so triggered by this and offended by that. There's no way you would be behaving in a completely different way.
If that was the case, right, then you would kind of like, you wouldn't be able to grow in a sense.
Yes, you would.
Because I say that,
you're being given your behavior on a daily basis. There's things in your life right now that you're doing that's hindering you from being successful.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So now, if I watch it now, I'd be like, damn, I could see it. But if we're going based off the way y'all was saying it, oh, you would do everything perfect, it's like, well, you don't really have any growth for any improvement.
Yes, you do.
How?
Because there's always going to be the fact that you're human, so that we're not accounting for human errors and going away.
But you're doing everything
no. You're not, because you're human. At a certain point, you can't. It's like you're gonna run out. Like, that's why I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. Discipline is going to keep me going on the days when I'm not motivated to do the things I need to do. There's days when it's like, oh, someone ordered and I can wait till Friday to ship it because it's one order, and then I'm hoping that between Wednesday and Friday I get more, so I can just go and take one trip. When in reality, I could just drive out of my neighborhood, make a right, and the damn post office, the UPS place is right there. The FedEx office is the building next door. Go drop it off. You know what I'm saying? Or walk there to get yourself some exercise. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and also, it's not just
holding yourself accountable is important.
It's not just that, but it's also like sometimes you will do things that are right for you, and it is right for you, but it's wrong for
the rest of the world,
for someone else. You know, like if you, I don't know, like you are feeling sick and there's an event you don't want to go to, and you're like, yo, I'm not going, it's last minute, you just like, you're sick, you don't want to go, it's fine. And then they're gonna be there like, oh, he's like you know, they're gonna be talking shit about you because you're not there. But
No one knows the
it
actual.
was right for you,
Right.
And they felt like it was wrong for them because you're not going to be there. But
Who are they?
you know, so, and also, as Dame said, like, we're human. You can think that you're doing the right thing and actually be doing
the wrong
thing
because
you know?
of how you got to that place of validating that behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's intricate and it's deeper, but we definitely, I think if you were being shown yourself I think for me, I would say personally, I would definitely be more like, okay, I see that, I see that, I can improve on that lazy minute of sitting down and bullshitting on the phone and scrolling through Insta, I could have been doing.
Yeah, I would.
You were
just
looking
not
at your
watch
life
it.
and saying, I need to improve these things, like checking off boxes. The fact that you're trying to improve yourself is going to present you with new challenges.
Yeah.
So
I would just not watch it at all because it's too much.
I gotta watch that.
I would watch it. I would watch it.
I wouldn't. I would watch maybe some moments that I want to relive, but not everything.
Watch that shit.
I would watch it.
But guys, I have a question before we go into the next topic.
Uh-huh.
And we might even not go into the next topic, but I've been dying to ask you this question. So this week I had a party to go to, like a birthday party. We were going out to a club.
Sounds like fun.
For real.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Get to the fun.
okay. And then my friend that had the birthday, she texts me like 2 days before and she's like, hey, my other friend is not going to be able to come and my sister might fly out here. I don't know yet.
Okay.
So it's probably just going to be you and me.
Okay.
And then she said, would you mind if your partner doesn't come?
Blood clot.
Because I want my birthday vibes to be lit.
Blood clot.
So wait.
Huh?
First of all, I was like, who told you my girl isn't lit? Because my girl is the littest. So what is wrong with you? But okay. And then I asked her, oh, is your boyfriend coming? And she said yes. So it was going to be me, her, and her boyfriend in Miami.
Third wheeling. You're being put in a third.
And my girl can't come because if she comes, it won't be lit. So what do you guys think about this situation?
Sound like they trying to have fun with you.
Yeah. It sounds like they're trying to do the grown up and put you in it. Like have a nice little sandwich going on.
They have an open relationship and they want you to be a part of it.
Yeah. Or she's conspiring to put you in a situation where you compromise your relationship.
I was so shocked because
Wait, did you go?
of course I didn't go.
You did not go?
No.
Wait, did you go?
No.
No, like I thought you would have went and said, yo, I'm bringing my girl. Like, fuck
Oh
it.
no, I told her.
What was her
look,
response when you said to her that you know why can't my girl come?
No, I didn't say that. So what I said was, I asked if her boyfriend would come. She said yes. I slept on it because I didn't want to. I wanted to reply decently. And I told her, look, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable on your birthday. And I wouldn't feel comfortable going to Miami, just me, you, and your man. So I'm not coming, but I hope you have fun.
Mm-hmm. And what was her response?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, she was trying to
Yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to get them draws.
rip you apart.
They was trying to borrow some clothes and get in your drawers.
I was so scared because I was at work, right? So I was talking to my brother that works with me and my other coworker, and they were like, they want to have fun with you. Like, don't go. South Miami is, South Florida is crazy. Like, don't go. And I was just
Facts.
like,
And also, if your intuition flags are like, beep, beep, like,
yeah.
they don't lie sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was just like, what do you guys think about asking significant others not to come to a general event like a birthday?
I ain't gonna lie, like for me, like if I'm gonna ask, like me being a guy and I have a girl and I tell a next girl, yo, come out with me and my girl and don't bring your man, in like.
That's automatic.
That's automatic that I'm trying to.
You're Steph Curry.
I'm trying to like throw the alley-oop for my girl to come smack you, and then if I'm able to join in, that'll be a bonus. But if not, y'all two have fun.
It's a setup. That's a setup.
It's a big setup.
But no, to answer your question, more importantly, I have a rule, and it's one of those rules that I adhere to. Shout out to y'all go check out Duke. His handle is Duke. Shout out to Dookie and Nacho. We go back a little bit. I don't even know if you remember me, but we played ball against each other a couple times. And I salute him for what he said the other day on Threads. He said he gave out, I think it was 4 or 5 rules that he adheres to help him stay faithful. And 2 of them, oddly, were also mine. If it involves a party or an event and my girl's not there, I'm going home. After it's over, I'm not going to the afties. Right? Because single people go to the afties. People will see you there and think, yo, single. You out here acting like you single, so what's up? Mm-hmm. Right? And then also, I try my best to not go and do certain things without my girl being involved. Just because I don't want for people to ever, I want to bring her everywhere. Like if it was up to me, she'd be here right now watching us through the glass. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like you need to understand that that's me as well. You know, that's a part of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Not in some way where I can't live without her, but in a way where it's like we're a team and we're a unit and we're a family and we're trying to practice for marriage. So like understand and respect that. I don't think somebody inviting you somewhere and telling you like, it'd be great if you didn't bring your significant other with you, but pop out though. Just don't bring your man with you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear that, you already know what time it is. That's like when I was single, I have friends who would invite me places and I just be like, nah, I can't, because I also don't like being the 4th, 5th, or 3rd wheel. It's just I'm gonna stay in the crib.
Ain't gonna lie. Sometimes that'd be my biggest thing, like being a 3rd wheel. And then sometimes I'll be thinking to myself, like when people be inviting me out, I'll be like, damn, like y'all really trying to invite me out to have fun, or like are we gonna really just chill, like 3 friends chilling kind of vibe? Mm-hmm. Like when Dame invite me out, I know that if I go out with Dame and it's Dame and Juju, they're a couple and everybody gonna be like, hey, there's a couple, but
I'm gonna always make sure that he's included in the conversation, then she's gonna do the same.
Like, right? She's gonna chat to me. Dame can be whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna chat to Dame. Judy gonna do whatever. They gonna chat and I'm gonna do whatever. Yeah. It's 3 friends.
Right. It's different.
Certain people you go out with them. I've been out with some people. I'm sitting in front of them and all they doing. I'm like, the fuck, like, yo.
Why am I here?
I'm here.
Why am I here?
Hello. Hello. I'm here. Like, what the fuck? So I'd be like, bro. I get. Oh my God. I get both aspects of it, but like for me, like the aspect that you was brought into.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's a straight up like, yo, we're trying to get in your pants and then send you back to your girl.
No, I felt so disrespected, and I was like, if it was a girls' night where it was only like girls going out, and she would be like, yo, can you like not bring your partner? I would be okay with it in a sense, but like me, you and your man, like no.
And even in that aspect, your girl is a girl, so then it's like, you're telling me, oh, it's a girl's night out, but I can't bring my girl, like, and what we really doing
and
for
like
real?
I'm like, to be asked to not bring my girl, to me was like,
that's a red flag automatically.
Outrageous. It was crazy. Like imagine me inviting Dame out and being like, yo, don't bring Juju.
Yeah.
That's
I'd rather invite somebody out, right? And then they ask me, hey, can I bring my wife or whatever? And I'm like, hey, what's up to you, bro? Like I would never tell somebody not to bring their person.
Yeah,
listen, whatever you want to do is your business.
Yes.
But a lot of the time, based because I don't know why, but back in the day, let me say that. Mm-hmm. Back in the day when I invite people out, and then they would tell their girl, like, yo, I'm about to go out with such and such. Like, yeah, I'm coming. I'd be like, oh, we just chilling. Like, ain't shit going down. But now I understand why females do that, because it'd be like, damn, like, no, I want to see what y'all be doing. Y'all always chilling together. Y'all always hanging out. Like, y'all with bitches? Like, what y'all doing? So, me now, I don't, invite your girl. I don't care. Yeah. Like, whether or not your girl is there, we're still gonna have
still gonna catch a wave.
Still gonna catch a vibe. Yeah. Still gonna get drunk. Now the bonus is if you bring your girl or your guy, whatever, you drunk, your girl drunk, your guy drunk, y'all go home have fun.
Right.
So like now it's a bonus nowadays. It's not even like a negative. It's like, oh shit, babe, let's go. Yo, give her a double and then give me a double. Give her another double but give me a single.
We're gonna have a time, right?
You know, we're gonna have a time of our life. Like, so I don't really see it as a bad thing. But for somebody that's telling me, yo, come out with me, but don't bring your significant other, yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, my guy.
Yeah, I think if you're in a relationship, there's certain things that's just like a no-go.
Yeah,
if you're in a relationship and you want to be taken seriously too, you know what I'm saying? And we can go down the road of yo, what's okay and what's not okay while you're in a relationship, what boundaries are set and who sets what and who gets to do what and who gets to not do what. I just think that like, yo, sometimes people will be trying to set you up and some people are just not clued in. I've seen people get put in situations where you have to know that like that person is not trying to like, oh wait, we're friends, and it's like whatever your need to lie to yourself about, it's like just there, and you're like, bruh, you in for a rude awakening, and you just have to let it happen, because no matter what you say, they're gonna go do it. And you know,
I just feel so uncomfortable even thinking about it, but we're 1 hour and 10 minutes. Pod.
Yeah.
I think we can.
We wrapping this up. Y'all go have fun, live y'all lives. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening.
Sure.
I hope you got some great, insightful information from
people.
the
hold up. I'm grabbing the microphone because it's getting serious right now.
Camera's over there, sir.
July 22nd.
July 22nd.
100 Hounds. Dame. His birthday party.
Dame Day Bash.
Vibes by yours truly. Little fucker chatting by Slim City.
A lot of big talk from the boy Slim City.
But most importantly,
shout out to Slim City Live.
We ain't even asked you to come. Guys, he lives a luxury life.
Oh, stop.
We ain't gonna tell you to buy him no chain, no shoes. All we need you to do.
I need a choker.
All we need y'all to do is just pull up. You see the shirt he got on?
Big vibes.
New collection.
Big vibes.
I mean, all we want y'all to do, pull up.
Buy some shit.
Buy some clothing.
Yes,
buy some clothing. That would be, I don't think anybody can ask for a better gift than that. Supporting a man business. You feel me? You see what I'm doing? I'm chatting for the man because it's better than me buying him something. I just chat for the guy. You alright? July 22nd. Make it a date. Don't be late.
954 Ultra Lounge.
954 Ultra Lounge. And it's not the original, it's not the normal one we normally be using. Y'all already see me on a Thursday. Now we switched it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It's a nice vibe in there. It's a room you barely seen before.
Yes.
And you know, when you tell Caribbean people it's a new venue, the whole place I can forward. You see me? So July 22nd, make it a date. Don't be late.
Yes.
July 15th.
Come out.
Upon the ends. Serrani Live. So it's not just for the Caribbeans. The Spanish people can pull up too. You know, he sing No Games. Love you, girl. That song there. You see me? So forward out. Julie, what you want to tell him?
She's like, sir, I don't know.
Pick up a friend Julia too, you see me? She speak whole heap of language, but she taken. So fellas, come out to her blood clot. Yo, let me tell you a secret.
Yo, and he pops up.
Oh my God. All right, so we've lost the pod.
Real quick. So me and Julia was chatting or whatever, and then like out of nowhere, Julia sent me a picture. She said, English, who's this? I said, bro, what the fuck?
Oh.
I don't know. She's like, oh, you follow him. He's like, he just jumped in my I'm like, bro, that's crazy. So fellas,
y'all gotta stop.
Left follow on the man.
I got the same thing, but it was a picture of Julia.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He was like, yo.
Why am I just finding out about this?
I mean, because I wasn't even.
What happened?
I wasn't gonna tell you. I was minding my business.
Yo.
I followed someone?
No, they went on your page and was lurking on your joint and was like, yo. And I was like, what up? He was like, who's this? And I was like, who's what? And then bloop, a picture came. I was like, that's Julia. He was like, yeah, who is this? I was like, Negro. She's got a girlfriend, bro. Leave her alone. How serious is it?
Oh no.
In my face, bro. If I could have FaceTimed,
how did he even access my Instagram?
I don't know. I think he followed you and you accepted it. And then he went back and was like,
what?
Yeah, who's this?
Wait, you have to show me who it is afterward.
I'm like, yeah.
Anyways, so she's taking people. You feel me? But anyways, Wednesday, 9:30. New episode.
Know the vibes. Please subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Follow.
Comment.
We're everywhere.
Like the social media, there's a lot of buzz on there. We're trying to get that same buzz on social media on YouTube. So please, all jokes aside, like, follow, subscribe, and
hit
comment.
that notification bell. Get engaged, man. Get active.
That bell, so every time we drop a new episode,
you'll know.
You get a notification. And please, if you don't listen to nothing else we've said all day, the one thing I want you to listen to, get engaged.
There it is.
Comment.
Yeah. Drop your opinions in the comments.
Let us know.
We appreciate
What
y'all.
you got to say? Say it with your chest.
Say it with yes.
Say it with your chest, but not your breast.
With your chest,
Word.
not your breast.
That being said,
that sounds so sad. We turn off the.
we out of here.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Oh.